Dear friends, welcome to the 5th episode of Soul to Soul, where we open a page from Sufi mystic poet Attar's The Conference of the Birds and read it together and meditate upon it together and try to learn from it together. I'm here with you. It's something that we're doing together to keep us sane. So let's just do it, okay? Okay, we open to the parable of Joseph's brothers. And this is the story of, let me just read it for you actually. You have time. You're not going anywhere, are you? I'm not going anywhere. Let's read it together. I will read the story and then I will put the words on the screen when we get to the poetry where it's Attar talking to us. Parable of Joseph's brothers. 10 brothers, starved by famine, came a long distance and stood before Joseph. They spoke of their misery and begged him for relief. Joseph, who hid his face behind a veil, picked up a bowl and struck it with his hand. It vibrated with a doleful moan. "Do you know what this bowl says?" asked wise Joseph. The brothers admitted they did not understand. "Dear judicious man," they said, "who can tell what a bowl says?" "I can," Joseph replied. "I understand it perfectly well. It is speaking to you. It says you once had a brother of great virtue. His name was Joseph, and even though he was one of you, he was superior in goodness to you all." Joseph then struck the bowl again and continued. "The bowl bemoans with its vibrating song that you threw the good Joseph into a well, smeared an innocent wolf's blood on his clothes, and took the garments to his father Joseph, striking that old man's heart with grief." Joseph hit the bowl again. It vibrated. He continued. "It says, you bereaved the father and sold the moon-faced Joseph. Who treats his own brother in such manner? You ingrates! Shame on you all!" The brothers were astonished. They had come for bread, but now they melted into the ground from shame. When they had sold Joseph, they had also sold themselves. When they cast him into the well, they had cast themselves too into a well of misery. So then Attar says, "You're blind if you hear this story and don't learn your share. Don't look too hard at this tale, fool. It's your own story, your own history. All of your life's faithless acts were committed in the guise of friendship. If I were to strike the talking bowl for a lifetime, the accounts of your corrupt acts would never end. Just wait till you're awakened from your slumber, seized by your own conscience. Just wait till tomorrow when your barbarism, unkind acts and betrayals are paraded publicly, one by one. When the bowl's song rises and is heard, you lose your senses, lose your mind. You're like a lame ant caught in the base of a bowl. How long will you go round and round that inverted hollow? Climb out! It's full of blood. Each moment inside vibrates a new rueful song. grow wings, take flight, or else stay and suffer the bull's shaming ballad. I am astounded that by random, honestly, really by random, we opened to this page. I want to cry. I really want to cry right now. Because, well, you know the story of Joseph, you can Google it. It's Joseph and his brothers. The brothers threw him in the well. They were jealous of him. They were cruel. But he says, you're blind if you hear the story and don't learn your share. This is a time when it's unprecedented. At least, I mean, in my lifetime, your lifetime, I don't think anyone has ever seen anything like this. And we have a lot of time. We're sitting with our books and with our thoughts, and we have a lot of time to think, more time than usual. And this is a good time to go inwards and look at our life, what we have done and what we have not done. There are unkind acts that every single one of us has committed. Don't say you have never been unkind. Don't say you haven't done comparable things of just pushing your brother, your sister into a well, out of malice, out of ignorance, out of jealousy, whatever. And he's urging us. He says, each moment inside a new rueful song. And then he says, grow wings, take flight. So we have a choice. We don't have to stay going around and around this bowl with this shaming ballad. We can grow wings. It is in our power, but each of us are going to do it in our own way. Each of us will do it according to our capacity. We're all not the same. We all have different capacities, and these capacities are not necessarily better or worse than one another. We're not each better or worse than one another. We're all different. We all have different capacities, different ways of doing things. But wings are wings, and we can grow them and we can get out. Let's think about that today. Let's think about how we can each grow wings in our own way, and acknowledge, think about all the things that we've done, but not dwell on it. Leave it behind. That's what Attar says. Leave it behind. Grow wings and get out. Be well. Be kind. Stay well. See you next time. This was episode 5. I hope I can do an episode 6. Stay tuned.